Thanks, guys. I'm here at the RMIT School of Business and Law, where the next 3 days I'll be participating in an event called Creative Melbourne. Now, Creative Melbourne is all about getting people from different industries, professions, and different jobs getting together to solve problems collaboratively and creatively. Now, I don't know what the next few days hold, so we're going to find out, and I'm going to take you along with me. So, are we ready? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Arthur Shelley. I'm the founder of an organisation called Intelligent Answers, which is a boutique learning and consultancy organisation. We do a whole range of things such as Creative Melbourne and other international events where we bring people together to co-create new ideas, not just to share existing ones. Creative Melbourne's a very different sort of experience. It's deliberately putting human experience, interaction, co-creation into place. There's too many conferences that are just content, and sort of speakers come in, they say their stuff and they disappear, and there's really no human interaction. People kind of listen and they may be inspired by what's said, but it doesn't change what they do. You needed a life experience to change what you do, and that's what we're doing with Creative Melbourne. Creative Melbourne is a very different design in that it's from the outset designed to take people through a journey. It's it's not just talking about stuff. It's throwing ideas around. It's the inspiration of the conference comes from the conference itself. It comes from the participants. They create the content together. So that's why it's all about co-creation. The co-creation in the business space is absolutely critical, and the reason why we need Creative Melbourne is for them to have that experience, to know what it's like. If you look at the way the human brain works, we patternize everything. And you look at AI, it's about automation of things, right? But you can only automate what you know, what's an established pattern. Creativity is something different. So, it's the opposite. Automation is a very convergent approach. We know how to do this, we can make it more efficient. Creativity is, what else do we need to know? It's that new idea, that new inspiration, and you can only do that by breaking patterns. Creative Melbourne is very much a whole range of different experiences. So overall, there is a theme of connect. So we're connecting people to people, ideas to people, ideas to ideas. So that's through the whole 3 days. But the first day is very focused on exploration, not discovery. Discovery is actually finding something that exists. Exploration is going out to find out what exists or what is possible. So it's opening that mindset to divergent thinking. Then on day 2, we then start to look at what the ideas that we created and the concepts that we created on day 1, and then start to form them together and to connect ideas with possibilities, not just problems, possibilities. And then, on day 3, we actually go into the co-creation, which is taking all of those ideas and all of that design thinking into the what is possible space and what can we do together after the event. Yeah, Creative Melbourne is a unique design in that right from the outset, it's designed around diversity. We have organisations like NASA and Cirque du Soleil, we have universities, we have practitioners, we have artists, performers, and so the whole perspective is to bring all of these people from very different fields together, because that creates more creative friction. So totally different points of view of how the world operates, put them in the room and then extract that through, sort of a robust difference discussion. It's really what makes the magic.
Hi, I'm Stuart French and I'm a knowledge manager for my local broker in South Melbourne. I've been fascinated by the fact that we're so varied in what we do and how we express ourselves. Some of us are consultants or whatever. Some people are in big government or big business, and yet underlying this specific group of people all seem to share very similar values in terms of helping others and how to go about doing that.
Okay, well, I'm Tom Blair. I go to many conferences in my professions, and they're always the same people and very commonality, same ideas, nothing wrong with that, shared concerns, but when you come to Creative Melbourne, you're meeting a dichotomy of people, such a wide range of people, from circus performers to people that are at NASA to people who are in education and other areas that divergent ideas and the convergent ideas are spiraling all over the place. Plus, it's such an active, participant-driven that you're immersed in the process of being creative. And the co-creation then comes out of that, and it's really exciting.
I'm Mohammed Indra. I'm from 98 Feet. We're a boutique training consultancy from Singapore. We offer leadership and innovation, creativity, training solutions for companies and organizations. So this is my second year in Creative Melbourne, and I cannot see myself to be anywhere else at this time, right? Because this is the place where you get injected with new ideas, right? Divergent ideas, ideas that challenges you and takes you out of your pattern thinking. So by just being here for the past 2 days, for example, I've absorbed certain insights, such as how Cirque du Soleil constantly challenges everyone, from its choreographers to its managers, to constantly adapt for a constantly changing environment, right? So how they actually devise the unthinkable performance genres of ballet and flatland BMX, that is in itself, right, much needed insight and cross-pollination of ideas, which someone like me is always seeking for. Yeah.
My name is Babak Zamani. I'm calling from Blue Scope Steel manufacturing company. I'm doing business analyst in there. I was fascinated with the community of the people in here and the relationship they have got. And also I'm very interested, and also it's great for me to see the creativity spread in the community, and also bringing people in the one spot and talking about their experiences, and you're learning from them, you're feeling the creativity, kind of the spirit of the creativity they have got, and you feel it, and you pretty much inspire you to do more and thinking out of the box, or sometimes without the box. And that was a fascinating experience for me, and also get to know the people much deeper and having conversation. One of the great things about the Creativity Melbourne is you're not kind of focusing on the information you're receiving. You're doing something with the information. You take away something about that, and you have the time to reflect about the information you're getting, and then connecting, discussing with the people. That was a great actual journey.
So my name's Helen Palmer, and I have my own business. It's called Presto, and I'm particularly interested about how people navigate change in their work scope. And for me, that shows up in a number of ways: consulting, training, and the experiences that I like to design are actually around learning and changing in organizations. It's almost like something being in this physical place with this bunch of people has created a context where new ideas have been sparking up. It's got nothing to do with anything in the room for anybody else, and it's got everything to do with mine. So I'm really excited that tomorrow I'm going to go unpack some of those, and it's going to shift some of those projects and ideas in another level and another generation. But I've also met some really interesting people, and I can see some potentials for some collaborations that will just be goodness for social impact in the world. Because I'd have to say one of the key things I've got is these are people who care about heart and soul in organisations and business. This isn't just a bunch of corporate people getting together, doing a startup jam, thinking about how we're going to generate money and things in the world. There's real heart and real soul here. And if you were asking me to put like a hashtag on the end of this conference, it'd be resonance. I feel like there's a resonance in my own creativity, there's a resonance in the world, there's a resonance with some people that I've met that feels like it's just going to keep resonating and amplifying for goodness, but who knows what, and I'm okay with that.
My name is Juan Roman. I work at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, which is one of the 10 centers that NASA has in the United States. My job at NASA, I'm the Deputy Director of Engineering, so I manage a large group of engineers and scientists developing flight hardware like satellites and rovers to go to missions to Mars, the Moon, Jupiter, and asteroids. So I'm excited to be here in Melbourne participating in the Creative Melbourne event. One of the things that I'm talking about is the excitement about uncertainty. At NASA, we manage uncertainty. There are many things that we do and we don't know. Nature has always have the ability to show us that no matter how much we try to predict, there is always surprises that nature brings about. that we never understand. I think that creativity is very important. We need to be flexible. We need to be able to think outside of our normal perspective, because when we interact with others, when we bring other ideas together, the spark of imagination, the creativity, that's what it's all about. So while I'm a speaker, the interaction that I have had this week has really energized me to come in, and you can't believe it, but many of the problems that we have, the most difficult ones, are people problems. You know, normally we are pretty good at math, we're pretty good at physics, but it's understanding the dynamic of people and how to leverage the ideas that organization has into the focus and energy that you want to apply them. That's a real challenge that I face every day.
If people want to find out more about Creative Melbourne or the work that you do, how can they contact you?
I'm fairly easily found on the internet. I have an organisation called Intelligent Answers, which does a lot of this different stuff that other organisations aren't doing. I do teaching at a number of universities, mainly our venue partners for Creative Melbourne, RMIT University in Melbourne, but I connect and mentor different students around different parts of the world. So, you know, not meaning to be arrogant, but if you Google me, you'll find me, or Organisational Zoo, Intelligent Answers, RMIT University, all have addresses.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.